Guys, what's up? It's your boy Mr. Lex and welcome to BrBpTV. This has been a long time coming where I talk about Dominica more in depth, the Caribbean, of course, and of course some of the factors that take place around the world. But of course, we're gonna get into the vibrations right there. Of course, I'm your boy Mr. Lex. Welcome to BrBpTV. Be real, be positive. Now guys, first up I want to talk about the explosion that took place in Marigot, and a number of people have been saying that it was taking place in Portsmouth. No, it's not taking place in Portsmouth. It's actually took place in Marigot. It's a very sad thing that happened. One of the things I was trying to think of, wasn't there any fire extinguisher in the area, or some aid that could take place that could actually save this man's life? It could be in these hard times that he was one of the individuals, trying to make, a daily bread for his family, and there was literally no fire extinguisher or anything close by. Lessons like this is where we have to learn, to develop ourselves, just in case something like this happens. And at least a fire extinguisher or something like that to have quenched that and possibly save this man's life. Now, talking about accidents, guys, on the 22nd of September, of course that was like a few days ago, 3 days ago, there was an incident involving a bus that ended up in an accident. Now, the news that was circulating is that a lot of people were saying that 15 people were aboard and 5 were dead, only to find out later on that that was not the case. A lot of people were starting to panic and say, guys, what's going on in Dominica? There's like almost a death every day or every other day or something like that. Although there's a when you look at the stats, something might be going on in Dominica. Who knows? Pray and hope for the best. But I think we also need to stop spreading false news before people start panicking and going crazy and all these things. I think we need to be mindful. 5 deaths and I was just spreading all over the place. Guys, we need to stop that. However, in Fond Cole there was another accident taking place. Now, this is the truck right there. Apparently, they were trying to put another truck on top of the truck to carry it away, but they were using the wrong equipment. That's what I'm hearing. Now guys, in my own take, I don't know how they attempted to do that, because apparently the trucks pretty much looked like they were the same lengths. I really do not know what they were trying to do, but this is a video of the truck causing traffic jam. A number of people were not happy about that at all. I think we need to be more careful in that aspect. Use common sense before we start doing stuff and then end up with a traffic jam, or possibly somebody get injured in the process. Now, I know one of the news that was being portrayed over the social media airways, so to speak, was that of Dr. Sam. And of course, Dr. Sam represents the UWP ticket in Soufriere, and apparently he was struck in the head with a stone. Now guys, what I'm finding really interesting is, as soon as this incident pretty much happened, persons from the other team was saying what happened, saying that a brick fell from a construction site upstairs and hit his head when he was literally across the road. And this is the whole thing that they seem to be running with. I got a video from a friend of mine. He's known as Giradel. He actually did a wonderful job explaining this, so check this out.
This is the area that the famous incident took place. You saw a video online of Dr. Sam sitting by a barbecue grill. This is a barbecue grill. This is a little bar. He was sitting on a chair right in front of this barbecue grill when he was being recorded. Everybody was surrounding him here. Okay? This is the construction site that they are referring to. Okay? However, when Dr. Sam got struck by the object on his head, he was all the way over there. The UWP had their tent set up in front. This is a bus stop. And they had their tent set up by the bus stop. He was by the tent area right here. It's after he got struck in this area. He go there, sit down on that chair there, and they record him. If you watch the recording, you see in the barbecue grill.
A lot of people seem to have been concerned about what was taking place. Like, why would they assault the guy? Why would they do that? Now guys, from my own foolish, and as we say in Dominica, tebe understanding, a stone falling through gravity falls straight down. It doesn't fall across unless, like Marlon was saying, an invisible hurricane shifted the stone somewhere. The election is coming up and people are getting on the edge. Guys, you need to be careful before you end up sitting in jail for elections. I mean, you don't want that to happen.
I'm told that if I'm coming to Soufriere, I'm supposed to wear a hard hat, but that's okay. Thank you, Dog, my man. You know, I just want to take the opportunity to give thanks last night for the nurse who took such good care of me, brought me to her home, and her evaluation was confirmed by the emergency casualty doctor, who said, well, you know, it wasn't too bad, and I'll be just fine. Here in Soufriere, we're going to search for that stone and make it a cornerstone of a building that we want as a resource center for young people, a place where people can come together and exchange ideas, where they can learn things about agriculture and fisheries and cooperatives, and about science, technology, math, engineering, about hospitality, and to really make a big difference here in Soufriere, in Scotshead, in Point Michel, in Gagnon.
If people believe that they have a right to choose somebody, you know, to go up and represent them, they have a right to do that. You don't have to come and be throwing stones at people, trying to intimidate people. A matter of fact, I think it will work in his benefit, because there's also sympathy factor. Like, hey, how can you do this guy this? Because he represents, no, I'm voting for him. I think there's a sympathy factor that can, can work in his favor, Dr. Sam's favor. But I don't think we should be throwing stones at people. You can let me know if I'm wrong or not. But moreover, guys, I remember back in Hurricane Maria, I was doing a lot of videos. You guys know I was doing a lot of videos on that aspect. And MoNews was also doing another one in her own way as well. Yesterday, I believe she got an award for her hard work that she did during the storm. Of course, you know, MoNews was on different, even international television, talking about, you know, what was taking place and trying to seek help. And I would just like to tell Emo that I'm really proud of her. This is her giving a speech right there. And I would just like to further encourage Emo to continue doing what she's doing. I mean, some people might say, oh, she's not, you know, the best journalist, so to speak. But if you have to ask yourself, where were the journalists, the real quote-unquote journalists? What were they doing? Were they taking pictures, sending out information? No. So congratulations for MoNews right there. Big up yourself. Even afterwards, of course, we know about the Creole season is coming up. And of course, there was even an activity taking place in this regard where, you know, folks met up and, you know, were actually participating in the Creole ambience. Of course, this took place in New Jersey, and I wish I was there for that, but guys, enjoy this. Talking about Creole and Creole activities, of course, we know in Dominica, the Creole month is in October, and that's a few days from now. One of the events that normally takes place is Creole in the Park. However, this year will not be having Creole in the park. There will be World Creole Music Festival. Hopefully a storm doesn't come and stop that. But there will not be Creole in the park. Of course, we know that Flo is one of the main sponsors of Creole in the Park, and this is what the general manager had to say about that. It was a very difficult decision to make, as we are quite aware of the importance of Flo's Creole in the Park event in Dominica, but we also have an unwavering commitment to our customers and must make them a priority at that time. Of course, you know, Hurricane Maria pretty much did a number on Flo, and you know, I think that that's a good decision to be had, because you do not want to spend a lot of money just for sheer entertainment, and the customers themselves are not getting that true service that they need. So I think Flo is trying their best to organize everything and put everything together so that then they can move forward. So hopefully by next year, Creole in the Park 2019 will be a success. Hopefully there's no hurricane again. However, you can still go to World Creole Music Festival. It's a bit more money, but you know, it's fun. It's part of the Creole season. Of course, if you don't want to go that, there's a number of activities taking place over the month, so you can definitely participate in that. I think Discover Dominica is partnering to do different things across the island, you know, for the Creole season, for the month of October. And of course, after the Creole season, it coincides with the independence on November 3rd. So I think that's very important as well. Now guys, talking about the whole situation in Dominica, October 8th is a college graduation, and a friend of mine sent me a letter, and in the letter of course is stating that persons who are going to the graduation will then pay $400 to go to the graduation, and persons who are not coming to the graduation will then have to pay $175. So I'm thinking, are you paying $175 for a piece of paper even though you do not walk down the aisle? What kind of paper are we talking about? Is that paper made of gold? Maybe you're paying for somebody's signature. Okay, because I can't understand you paying $175. You're not even going to the graduation. Maybe that paper made in Dubai or something, because I can't understand. Why are you paying $175 for and you're not even going to graduation? You spend your whole college life trying to learn, you know, something. When Dominica doesn't really have much and you still have to pay $400 for your graduation? And then you want me to take schooling system seriously when you're talking about, oh, we are there for the children to learn, or there for people to learn, get a better education. $400 for what? For it? And when you're going for snacks, is it a piece of sandwich, maybe a 2-piece of sandwich and a pie you get in your thing, and you guys, what do you think about the whole situation right there, man? I cannot understand. Education is for the people, but you have to pay for your graduation. You spend how much money already? And some of us go in to get to college, to pay bus to go to school, to pay the fees of semesters, you know, your curriculums and this thing, and now you still have to end up paying $400. And even if you don't want to go graduation, you have to then pay $175 for to get that thing. I don't think that's right, man. I don't think that's right. The paper isn't that expensive, man. Yellow paper with ink. Anyways guys, I am here in Texas, of course. Some of you, if you follow the vlogs, you will know that I am in Texas. Texas has a number of events coming up, but before we get into that, Texas pretty much picked up over $18 million of cocaine. And guess where those found, guys? In fruits. Bananas. This is a picture of it right there. So apparently this box, 2 pallets apparently of bananas and 45 boxes from Ports of America in Freeport were being donated due to the already being right. 2 sergeants, of course, in the SCOT unit arrived to pick them up and discovered something not quite right with these boxes. So one of the boxes felt different from the other. So they stripped and opened up the boxes, and inside, under a bundle of bananas, was found a white powdery substance. They immediately notified the port authorities and awaited their instruction. US Customs arrived on the scene, and bow, cocaine was indeed found. I know a number of people are saying, oh guys, you know, things happen in the Caribbean, they also happen up here as well. I don't know why people would then try to transport cocaine, but you know, that is up to them, eh guys. But anyways guys, back to what I was gonna say earlier on. Of course, Dominican persons actually have an event in Texas, Houston, Texas, and of course it's gonna be a grand of the 29th and 30th. This is what one of the individuals organizing the event had to say.
Okay, Houston Afro-Creole Music Festival is next weekend, the 29th and the 30th. On the 29th we have a special show. We have a fashion show in the West Oaks Mall, 1000 West Oaks Mall. We have a fashion show with Runway Fest, and then we have WCK Live. Big things. The next day we have what they call Creole on the Park, September 30th from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. We have lots of vendors, all kind of food, cultural thing. We have Ace Abandon in the house. We have Harry Moore in the house. We have Big Stepper in the house. We also have Emma Mosey. We have Soulfire, 4 reggae artists right here. We also have Michael Matthew that playing the piano. You'll get some jing-ping, you'll get some cultural music and all that. We have a bad fella from Nigeria on the accordion. He's playing all the latest tracks on the accordion. So we have little kids coming on model also, Creole outfit, and we're asking everybody, wear something Creole, whether it's a head tie, whether it's a little shirt, whether it's a zip, whether it's a pants, just wear the collars. We ask you, if you can wear Creole, wear something traditional, whether whatever country you're from, wear something to represent you, your family, your country, your culture.
So this is my first episode here on BrBpTV about the whole vibrations involved in this. Let me know what you think about the whole situation involving. Leave that, of course, in the comment box below, and of course I would like to read what you have to say about the whole situation, especially dealing with the college graduation. Would you go? Would you pay the money? What are your thoughts on the whole scenario right there, guys? Well, guys, of course, I am Mr. Lix on BrBpTV from Mr. Lix Vlogs. You don't know, don't forget to check out the vlogs if you want to see more different vibrations with your boy. Don't forget to check out the vlogs. I will definitely try to do more videos on this aspect, guys. Of course, when all the information is coming in, I will definitely get to do that for you guys. So if you want to see more, definitely click the subscribe button and the notification bell for you to know exactly when the videos drop. And that is a vibe that I will appreciate. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that as well. And of course, the boy Mr. Lix on BrBpTV, guys. Just including what's taking place around the Caribbean, Dominica, and of course the world by extension. Be real. Be positive.